Everybody knows a workout is more fun when you bring your buddy, and today I've got my bestie Michael here who's going to work out with me. We've designed this workout to get more out of the moves with your best friend than you would if you're doing it on your own. So find your buddy and let's get started. First thing we're going to do is start with a squat with bicep pulls. We have one red band and we're going to share it. Take an underhand grip on the red band, feet are 4 inches apart parallel, all 10 toes shining straight forward. And we're going to draw the elbows back towards our waistline and hold them there. That's going to give us a lot of resistance through the middle back and the biceps. We're going to exhale as we lower back into the squat. We get even more resistance on that band as we're working together. Inhale as we rise up. I don't think he's my friend anymore already. Exhale as we lower down, really lengthening tailbone from the crown of the head as we lower. Thinking about the knees coming just in front of the ankle crease, exhaling to lower down, inhale to raise up. You can add even more challenge by really actively drawing the elbows back, wow, as we send our body down into the squat and rising up. We have equal weight across all 4 corners of our feet. Inhale as we rise, let's do 2 more like that. Exhaling as you lower down. The palms facing up helps us to focus through the biceps rather than giving the work away to the forearms. Last one, let's hold it. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, gather, and rise all the way up. All right, we're gonna go into some side-lying leg presses, and we're gonna use each other's opposite leg for the resistance. So you wanna get a good distance away from each other, lay on one forearm, and the bottom leg is gonna be bent. But your feet are gonna touch on the top leg, and the hips are stacked all the way one on top of the other. Now from here, guys, I'm going to bend my knee a lot so Michael can straighten his leg out, and then we're going to change position. So as you bend your knee, if you're the one bending your knee, that's an exhale. And if you're the one straightening your leg, that's an inhale. We're lifting off of the elbow and the shoulder that's on the mat. And we're aiming to keep the knee aligned, big toe, second toe. It's really gonna wanna dip to the floor. The foot's gonna wanna drop. But we're greeting each other with resistance. So we're not shoving, but we're using it as feedback to get the femur, the thigh bone, deep into the hip. Can you feel that happening? And that's how we find the core connection, even though it is a leg exercise, right? Good. Nice, just a few more here. Exhaling as your knee bends, and inhaling as it extends. This is last 2. Ooh, I'm really feeling that heat in the back side of that leg. This is the last one. And bring the feet down. All right, we're gonna do a little alternating push-ups together. So we're gonna come head to head, and we're going to take our hands tipped in just a little bit and step our feet back into a 4 inches apart parallel experience. I'm gonna go first. So I'm gonna lower into a push-up first. That's an exhale down, inhale up. Now it's Michael's turn as I hold the plank. And now it's my turn again. So you're gonna alternate going down and up into push-ups and hold your plank at the top when your buddy goes down. We're just gonna do 3 more. This is 2. And this is our last one. Lowering down on the exhale, inhaling with breath to raise top of the plank, and both knees come down. We're gonna switch sides of the mat so we can get our leg press done on the other side. Again, you wanna come far away from your workout buddy today. The top foot is going to connect, the bottom leg is bent underneath you. Go ahead and straighten your leg out, Michael. So one leg is bent, one leg is straight, and then we're going to extend in the opposite direction. So we want to aim to keep the knee aligned with big toe, second toe. It's really going to want to dip to the floor here. Exhaling as you draw the knee in, inhaling as you lengthen the leg. Lots of length on the waistline. Both sides, really think about lifting the bottom ribs up rather than hanging out in that shoulder or in the bottom ribs. Greeting your buddy's resistance under the sole of the foot. Last 2. This is the last one. And bring the feet down. Okay, everyone who has a red band is gonna grab one, and we're gonna lay down onto our sides, and we're gonna do alternating jumps using the red band for some resistance and feedback to help us find our core. So the band is gonna go under the arches of both feet, and then we're gonna lay all the way down onto our backs. Knees are gonna bend into a tabletop position. So I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna extend my legs long on an inhale. And then as I bend my knees, Michael's gonna extend his long. So we're alternating who's extending, who's bending. You can go into a little bit of an ab curl if you'd like even more focus through the core as you're working. Using that red band to give you feedback to plug the weight of the legs into the core as you move, rather than just hanging out on the front side of the hips. Exhale as your knees bend. Inhale as your legs extend. We're gonna go 3 more of these. Finding length in the front body. This is 2. This is gonna be our last one. Full extension, bringing it in. And when you're both finished, with control, bring the feet back down to the floor. It's a good time. We're gonna come on up and we're gonna use just Michael's red band, and we're gonna go into a kneeling side bend together. So I'm gonna hold the band in my right hand, Michael's gonna hold it in his left hand, and we have our knees 4 inches apart parallel. The band comes up and overhead, and we're gonna take the arm out so we feel good resistance on the band the whole time. First, we're gonna inhale and arc towards the right. We're gonna arc together, finding resistance on the band the whole time, and then we're gonna inhale, gather up through the center. Exhale again towards the right. We're gonna do this 6 times total. Finding length on the right side body. So even as we arc, we don't wanna get the ribs cramming down towards the pelvis. We wanna find that length even as we arc. So we're inhaling, fanning open the left ribs. Exhaling, bringing it back upright. We have 2 more. Finding resistance on the band the whole time. This is the last one. And coming all the way up. All right, we're gonna keep that band in our hands and we're gonna add another one. So we each have each other's band in one hand. And we're gonna go into a little lunge with an arm sweep series. So we're gonna send the opposite leg forward and take the opposite leg back. And we're gonna have 2 long arms. We're not gonna bend our arms here. We're gonna step the opposite leg forward and the opposite leg back. The arms aren't gonna bend at all, and we want resistance on the band the whole time. As we lower down, keeping our torso upright, we're gonna bend both knees, and then the arms are gonna sweep forward. And then we're gonna rise up, and again, we're gonna send the opposite arm forward as we lower into that lunge, finding connection to the triceps and the core as we work the legs, glutes, and quads. Good. Exhaling as we lower, inhale, bring it up. We wanna trust our body weight and our heel as well on the right foot. So we don't want only the heel to take over. We want the entire sole of the foot melting through the floor, but we wanna make sure we're finding that connection all the way up through the back line of your waistband on the right side. That's for my leg. That's actually Michael's left. Exhaling down, inhaling up. We've got 1 more like that. We're gonna go into a little roll down and rise all the way up. You can keep this band. I'm gonna take this one. And we're gonna sit down on our mat with enough room so that our feet don't touch on this one. Take the band under your feet again. We're gonna use this for support as we do our roll down and find connection through the arms in the middle back. Arms come out to this side, legs are long on the mat. Good. We're gonna lean with a flat back 2 to 3 inches. Roll the tailbone under you, roll the low back, roll the middle back, roll the upper back, all the way down, back of your head touches down. Nod the chin, inhale as you lengthen, slowly rising up. Using that band to assist you as you roll down and you roll up. Flat back leans, tailbone melts under, middle back lowers, upper back, and back of your head all the way down. Lifting off of the mat, rounding as you rise, exhaling, coming up. This is gonna be the last time. Lengthen with a flat back. Melt the tailbone under you. Thinking about setting the spaces down between your vertebrae as you lower down. And lifting up last time. Slowly rising all the way back up to your seated position. All right, we're gonna do those kneeling side bends on the other side. So we're just gonna need 1 red band, and I'm gonna come to the other side so we can get it taken care of. So we're gonna come onto our knees. You have the red band in your right hand, and I'm gonna have it in my left. We want good tension on the band the whole time. Knees are 4 inches apart parallel. And on our inhale, we're gonna arc towards the left, fanning open the right side of the ribs, and then we're gonna exhale, bring it back together. Inhale as we arc with length. Exhale, returning. I like to think about this right hip melting down as I arc. It helps me find lots of space and length. We have 3 more. Inhale to arc. Exhale, bring it back up. Last two. And this is going to be our last one. And bring it all the way up. All right, let's go into those lunges on the other side. So we're going to take each of us having a red band in either hand. Good. We're going to slowly rise on up. This time we're going to have the opposite leg forward that we did last time. We want to choke up on that band to make sure we get good resistance through the arms the entire time. You can probably choke up even a little bit more. So now we're going to lower down as we go ahead and reach the arms long. That's an exhale. Inhale as you come back up. So we're finding good connection to the middle back and the core via the red band, sweeping the arms, and we're finding great connection through the legs, glutes, and deep abdominals going up and down into that lunge. Keeping that knee aligned with big toe, second toe as we lower down. And coming back up, just a few more here, and we stretch. Exhaling to lower. Inhaling as we bring it up. Exhale to lower. Inhale to bring it up. Last one. Exhale to lower. Scissoring the inner thighs to bring it all the way up. And you made it through our buddy workout. We're going to go into a child's pose. So we're going to turn this direction. Have knees nice and wide. Hands are going to come long in front of you. And you're going to sit back onto your heels. Now if you're feeling like a really nice buddy, you can take your forearms onto the upper back and the lower back and ask your buddy for an inhale. And that's going to help them find a deeper stretch and more length in their spine. Once you've taken a few deep breaths, you can go ahead and come on up, and you can thank your buddy for doing an amazing job.
You're the best.